Take one.
So it's 4 AM here in Manchester on a very cold and dark morning, and I've got to get up and get to the airport because it's time to fly to Vienna for ATTD. Hi guys, it's me and Katie here. We are here at the ATTD 2018 conference in Vienna. So lots of exciting things happening, some other cool people attending. I think we're going to have lots of exciting news and announcements and updates for you this week. Hi guys, so just a very quick update for you from the end of my first day here at ATTD in Vienna. It's actually the second day of the conference. It started yesterday, but I arrived this morning just in time for the Dexcom vlogger event. It's Dexcom's first ever vlogger event, and it happened here in Austria. And it was really exciting. I'm really pleased to tell you all that they officially announced the launch of the G6, which is going to come out before the end of 2018. The G6 features a smaller transmitter. The sensor lasts for 10 days now instead of 7. The accuracy has been slightly improved. There's been some tweaks to the Bluetooth capabilities. It also features paracetamol blocking, so you no longer have to worry about getting the little question marks when you take paracetamol, and lots of other really exciting features as well, and a new receiver. So this is all really cool stuff. So that's happened. There's been lots of interesting conferences and marketplaces with new tech startups and everything else going on. So we've seen a lot of people who are working with Dexcom in compatibility and with smart pens and pumps. And as for tonight, I have managed to land myself an invite to the very exclusive My Sugar Monster open house party. If you've not heard of My Sugar before, they are a really cool diabetes app, and they help with your self-management. And they are based here in Vienna. And seeing as the conference is held here this year, they have very kindly opened the doors to their HQ and allowing us all in for a monster party tonight. So I'm just about to head down to that.
I've been a type 1 diabetic for 6 years, and I'm from Vienna, Austria, and I'm here for the ATTD conference.
Thank you. Right, we're going to ask you a few questions, Anna. Could you tell me, if you had a choice between pump or CGM, is it pump, is it CGM?
Oh, that's a hard one, but I think I'd probably choose the CGM.
Okay, that's one for CGM. Now, time in target or HbA1c?
Probably time in target.
Okay.
Yeah.
And finally, low carb or low GI?
Low carb.
Hey, thank you so much, Anna. Give us a wave.
Thank you.
I am feeling a little bit worse for wear this morning after the My Sugar party last night, but it was so worth it. So we're here for our third day of the conference here in Vienna, and we're really looking forward to hearing some more exciting announcements today. We had a good start yesterday with the Dexcom blogger event, and we're going to have a wander around the marketplace today and see what else is going on. Is there anything you're looking forward to particularly today, Tilly?
Free stuff.
Free stuff.
Hi there, I'm Alexis Hauptmann. I work for Dexcom on the Customer Success and Advocacy team. And we're here at ATTD in Vienna. Gorgeous country. We're waltzing through the conference and having a good time.
Thank you, Alexis. Right, I'm going to ask you 3 quick-fire questions that are being debated at the conference this weekend.
Okay.
So just give me your first honest answer.
Okay.
Okay, first question. Pump or CGM?
Oh, CGM all day, every day. Don't leave home without it.
Excellent, thank you. All right, next question. Time in target or HbA1c?
It's a tough one, right? I'm used to A1C, but I have to say this is the one that makes me feel better. Time in target. It's big picture. Lets me kind of see how I'm spending my days.
Excellent, thank you. And finally, if you had a choice, would you go low carb or low GI?
Ease of use, baby.
Hi, I'm Pratik. I'm one of the doctors at King's in London. Yeah, we're here at the ATTD.
So, can you tell me, pump or CGM?
Whatever you want, dear. The patient rules.
There's always going to be one. All right, and if it was up to you, what do you think is more important, HbA1c or time in target? Oh, that's been a popular choice this
That's
weekend.
been a popular choice because it covers A1C and it adds the dimension for those of you who are at my symposium.
And last question. If you were a type 1, would you go low carb or low GI?
I'm definitely through and through. Eat what you want, take the right insulin for it, live a normal life.
I love that. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Melissa Holloway. I help run Input, and I love ATTD. That's why I come. My answers to the quickfire questions are pump or CGM? CGM. HbA1c or time in target? Time in target. And low GI or low carb? Low carb.
Hi, Leslie Jordan from Input. I'm at the ATTD because I love it here and I love to see the progress as the years go by. So, for me, pump or CGM? I'd have to go with pump because my subcutaneous absorption is appalling, so I've got a Diaport. HbA1c or time in target? Definitely time in target. Low carb or low GI? Low GI. I've tried low carb. It's very difficult to keep my social life.
Pump or CGM?
I'm just going to go with half and half on this one, I'm afraid.
Pump and CGM. In an ideal world, that would be lovely.
I would say in a lot of cases CGM, because being able to recognise patterns and treat them and make adjustments to your diabetes care, you can't really do without a CGM. But with things like dawn phenomenon and foot to floor, having a CGM doesn't really do much for that. Like, you can't wake up at 5 a.m. and pre-bolus for dawn phenomenon, so you kind of need a pump for that.
Good answer, thank you. Okay, next question. Time in target or HbA1c?
Time and target,
Yes.
naturally. HbA1c is a terrible indicator of your blood sugar control. You could be at between 18 and 2, swinging between the two, and have a perfect A1c. My A1c has never been better, and I passed out from a hypo the other day. So, time and target, Natalie.
And finally, last question. We're going down the food route with this one. If you had a choice, would you eat low carb or low GI?
Low carb all the way. Fine if you want to eat some low GI foods, but you can still eat too many low GI foods or comparatively lower GI foods, and still be eating too many carbs to have really good control.
Hi, I'm Gary Cohen from Dexcom at ATTD 2018. I'm the Senior Director of the Software Center of Excellence up in Portland, Oregon.
Hi Gary, it's lovely to meet you, and thank you for letting me interview you today. So I'm going to ask you 3 very quick questions, and I'd like you to just give me your first response. So,
okay.
First question, pump or CGM? I think that's pretty obvious.
Yeah, that was an easy one.
Okay, second question, time in target or HbA1c?
Time and target now. That's really becoming much more relevant to users, much easier for them to understand.
Brilliant. And finally, this is a diet-related question. If you had the choice, if you were a type 1 diabetic, would you go low carb or low GI?
Let's go low carb.
Excellent. All right. Thank you so much, Gary.
You're welcome.
So, as you know, I've been going around the conference asking everybody my 3 flash questions, which have been debates that have been happening around the conference this week. And I've been reliably informed that apparently I have to answer these questions too. So, here goes. CGM or pump? For me, I know that there are benefits to both, and that they both have different benefits. But certainly, I found that for my requirements, the biggest difference for me was having a CGM. So it's CGM. HbA1c or time in target. Previously we have relied so much on HbA1c, but as we now know, you can have massive highs and massive lows, and the medium, the mean average in the middle is a nice number. So you can have an HbA1c and still really not have very good control. So for me, it's got to be time in target. And finally, this is a little bit of a different one thrown in there, the diet question. I know a lot of people are going to say, as a type 1 diabetic, you can eat whatever you want, and you shouldn't let it control you. And I absolutely agree with that sentiment. But for a lot of us, we find mealtime spikes very difficult to deal with, the lethargy, the things that come along with highs and lows. So some of us do choose to moderate our diet in order to control our levels better. And for me, the one I find works is low GI. I mean, I like my carbs, so I don't want to cut them out altogether. But I find if I eat things like legumes or potato or brown, breads instead of white breads and pasta, I don't get the same kind of spikes. So for me, it is low GI all the way. Hi, so day 2 of the conference, which is day 3 of the conference overall, but day 2 for me, Friday, was a really interesting day. We spent a bit of time walking around the startup marketplace, looking at some of the gadgets that are being developed. There was one particularly interesting one to me, which was a small device that uses a finger prick blood test to test for HbA1c. And it can also test for other things as well, including antimicrobial resistance, which was really interesting because it's such a small device. It could be doled out to pharmacies or GPs for them to be able to test for these things there, which means that patients would spend less time travelling to hospital for these kind of tests. Hospitals would be freed up to spend more time doing the things they really need to be doing. So gadgets like that are really, really interesting because it's all about bringing care into the community and people having to spend less time in hospital, where they're more at risk, of course, in hospital of infections and things, and also, saving time and money in hospitals for, the procedures that really need to happen there. So that was really interesting. And yeah, it's been really good. I've had a really great time here in Vienna. I'm sad to be leaving this morning, but I am going to go and do a little bit of sightseeing before I go. So I'm here in the beautiful centre of Vienna. I'm just having a look around at all the wonderful architecture. The thing about travelling alone is that unfortunately there is nobody to take pictures of you in front of all the wonderful buildings. So I'm just going to do this. Isn't it fabulous? I just wanted to say it's been a wonderful couple of days here. The conference, ATTD, was absolutely fantastic. It was so interesting and so informative. It was great to see some of the startups and new tech that are being developed in the world of diabetes. Some really great talks and conferences. A lot of interesting results from studies into CGMs and pump usage. And it was just a big reunion as well. I got to meet a lot of type 1 diabetics that I've previously only spoken to on social media. So it was really nice to get to see some faces in person. So thank you to everybody who's been involved, and until next time.